Last time the Cats barely escaped against Florida, and that was with 5 of their players in double figures. So what does that mean? It means that Kentucky is not struggling offensively. It's the defense that has to step up. This is a completely different matchup than it was back in January, where Kentucky lost in overtime 97-92. Big Z and Aduthier weren't even playing in that game. And keep in mind, this is only Kentucky's 3rd game of the regular season, and this is a really young team. So they're getting thrown into the mix right away. Well, amid becoming a dad earlier this week and then having to do his morning warm-ups in a jail cell this morning, Scottie Scheffler's playing some pretty good golf here, sitting at 9 under par after finishing round 2 at the PGA Championships. And you've now played for 2 Power 5 schools, Vanderbilt and Kentucky, and now you're declaring for the NFL draft. You've been pretty open about, the hardships of your childhood. If you told your 8-year-old self where you are now in your career, what would he say? Would he even believe you?
Nah, he wouldn't believe me at all. I think he'd probably laugh and just be like, keep dreaming and keep wishing.
And speaking of continuing to write your story, you originally opted out of playing the bowl game, declared for the NFL draft, and then all of a sudden on social media, we see y'all December 29th, you're gonna be down in Jacksonville. Can you walk me through that decision? For the first time since 1952, a trainer has won back-to-back Oaks and Derby, and what better than a Lexington native in Kenny McPeak. All right, over to Kentucky basketball. The Cats fell to Gonzaga Saturday night, 89-84. That's the first time Kentucky has lost 3 straight home games ever. Well, speaking of winning streaks, Transylvania women's hoops looking for their 52nd win in a row Saturday afternoon against Rose-Hulman. This was Kentucky's first major road test, and they were met with a sold-out crowd decked out in orange. Hey, sports fans, well, what a debut for Kentucky baseball today in the College World Series. Michigan is arguably the hardest course in the Big Ten. You don't see a ton of hills running in the Midwest. A lot of these teams are training on really flat surfaces, and this is one of the hilliest courses. And when I say hills, I don't mean those short snippets of hills. I mean 400 to 600 meter hills, long hills that these girls are having to trek up. In the first few games for the Wildcats, the pass game was seeing most of the success. But this past week against Florida, with the help of Ray Davis, who individually rushed 280 yards, the rush game was carrying most of the offense. The best things about the Kentucky fans that are here is they're so versatile. Some people have been coming to this tournament for years, and for some people it's their first time, and they say it's because of this year's roster that they bought those tickets. Hi guys, the day is finally here. Happy Oaks Day. People have been waiting for this day all year, and although the weather is definitely less than ideal, I can guarantee that is not going to stop people from walking into those gates in just a couple of minutes, decked out in their pink for breast cancer awareness. Well, as Kentucky searches for their next head coach, it's time to say goodbye to the John Calipari era. There have been highs and lows, but there's no denying the impact Calipari has had on the Bluegrass during his time here. Here's a look back at his story. John Calipari has been the head coach at Kentucky for 15 years. He started in 2009 after he was hired away from Memphis. Calipari replaced Billy Gillespie, and when Cal came in, he turned the program around right away, going 35-3 in his first season. He then led the Wildcats to a national championship in 2012.
This is not about me. This is about these 13 players. This is about the Big Blue Nation. But I don't know of any team that has sacrificed for each other like this team, and they deserve this moment. They really do.
After that, Calipari helped his team earn national runner-up honors in 2014 and Final Four appearances in 2011 and 2015. After his 2014-2015 season, Calipari was elected to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame.
Well, I have sat in those seats in awe as my heroes were inducted into this hall. This is surreal for me. This seems bigger than me.
Cal has also sent a lot of talent to the NBA at Kentucky. 47 players to be specific, 35 first-round draft picks, 23 lottery picks, and 3 number 1 overall draft picks. John Wall, Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis.
With the first pick in the 2012 NBA draft, the New Orleans Hornets select Anthony Davis.
Davis, who blossomed so late in his career and now is the #1 pick. You see him embracing his college coach, John Calipari.
However, the fans want more than just NBA prospects. They want championships, and that's where Calipari has faltered these last couple years. Kentucky hasn't been to the Sweet 16 since 2019 and was upset by double-digit seeds in the first round of the tournament twice in the last 3 years, including this year to 14-seed Oakland with a team he promised everyone was, quote, built for March. In 2019, Calipari agreed to a lifetime contract with Kentucky. Under the terms, he could have been owed $33 million if Kentucky had dismissed him. But there was no buyout if Calipari left for another job, which is now the case as Calipari is set to be Arkansas's new head coach. Calipari finishes his time at UK with an overall record of 410 wins and 123 losses, or a 76.9% winning record, and is the second winningest coach in UK basketball history behind Adolph Rupp. This is the fourth time that the PGA Championship has been played at Valhalla, most recently in 2014, where Rory McIlroy took home his fourth major championship. Well, before Rory McIlroy won the PGA in 2014, Tiger Woods had a legendary win at Valhalla against Bob May in 2000.
Obviously, making a putt on 18 and getting into the playoff and making a nice putt on the 16th hole, run after it. A lot of great memories from that week, and be able to go head-to-head with Bob May, who was arguably probably one of the best junior golfers that Southern Cal ever produced, and it was a fun week, and it was fun, unbelievable moments, really.
Among those competing for this year's title is the hometown hero and 2 times PGA champion Justin Thomas, hungry for a major win in his backyard.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of what I've told everybody is that I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to feel. Like I've never experienced it. I've never played a professional tournament, let alone a PGA in my hometown. So I'm sure it'll be some new feelings, some good feelings. But I mean, just came out yesterday and I mean, enjoyed it. I think just going to take it in and try to, use it to my advantage. Use the energy, the support to try to kind of get me going and push me along as the week goes.
The tournament gets underway this Thursday, the first tee time at 7 a.m. For now, reporting from Valhalla, Hallie Devore, ABC 36 Sports.